Here's another one that is on my list of executive decisions. And the third one on my list is so ugly. I don't even know why I've come to this conclusion. But this one is Cleveland at Pittsburgh. Cleveland's at 6.5. Look, we made the mistake last week. I won't do it again. You fade Tomlin in this spot. Okay. Division faves of 6 to 8 points, 48% against the spread. Tomlin is a fave of 68 in the division, just 11 and 14. The only question is, do we think this could get to 7? We didn't do the right thing last week. We're going to do it this week.
Yeah, I honestly don't think it gets some. I think this only comes down just because this is what you just talked about. This is like a professional spot. Like we just saw, Jameis have an absolute meltdown on Monday night, burned anyone that bet on him. So even if the public had bet him last night, they're totally off of him altogether, right? This is going to be, all the money is going to be on Pittsburgh in this spot. And the only people betting the Cleveland's going to be professionals. And to me, it's really a fade on, I feel like Russell Wilson. Like, are we really going to get burned by him 2 weeks in a row of him throwing for over 300 yards? Because I do think this is another matchup that I know doesn't look on paper like it'll turn into a shootout, but it does feel like a game that's going to be in the high 20s, which, for this matchup is kind of like a lot of points. The total is 43. I just think Jameis gives his team a whole new identity offensively. Like this, even last night, I felt that with that number was like, that number felt a little like high, right? Like, even we bet it moved to 6.5. At 5.5, I felt like it was right. At 6.5, it was like, okay. The value there shifted to Cleveland at that point.
Yeah.
Same thing feels here, right? Like this should be 4.5, 5. You're saying at Bet365 it's 6.5. At most books it's down to 6. So to me, I'd grab the 6.5 now. I can only see this coming down just because it's just too high of a number for this type of divisional matchup in December. And like you said, Tomlin in these games for some reason, they either lose these outright or just play it really close and win by 3 at the end. Doesn't matter when it was Ben Roethlisberger or Mason Rudolph. Like these are just ugly games for Pittsburgh in home divisional games. So I'm with you, Chad. I like the 6.5. You know what? I'll make that Simon Says.
I was just going to say, this
6.5.
feels like you want to say Simon Says.
I had another game I really like, but fuck, man. Like if it's 6.5 at Bet365, I'd grab that now because a lot of the books here in Jersey are down to 6.
All right, well, good. Then it forces me to make a different decision about exec decision. And what I have for the exec decision, I think it will blow your mind. And after I did my research yesterday, I'm like, do I really feel this strongly about this game?
Oh God.
I know. It's good.